48 hours from now, right here on this very same station, you may be one of the estimated 120 million Americans watching the final episode of Cheers. The show's 11-year run is coming to an end because Ted Danson decided it's time to go. Some expect it to be the highest-rated entertainment program in American TV history. When rehearsals started for the final episode, we were there. And in between scenes, we reminisced with some of those who made it all possible. How did you come to make the decision that this was the last season?
I really don't know. It was just this overwhelming feeling that I need to go out and scare myself and stop being so comfortable. And here I am, very scared and very uncomfortable.
Once Ted Danson decided to go, it became closing time at Cheers. And so the creators, Glenn and Les Charles, and James Burrows, who also directs the show, joined the regulars to belly up to the bar for last call. And back for a parting shot, Shelley Long, the memorable Diane Chambers, who was there when it all began 11 years ago. Yes, I'll take a message. You're welcome.
Well?
You're a magnificent pagan beast.
Thanks. What's the message?
Her character really gave life to Cheers the first couple of years. I think we all kind of... Shelley was what was incredibly special about the show, amongst other things, but I mean, she was really unique.
A really intelligent woman would see your line of BS a mile away.
You think so, huh? Yeah, well, you know, I've never met an intelligent woman that I'd want to date.
On behalf of the intelligent women around the world, may I just say...
They wanted Hepburn and Tracy. They wanted that strength, that dynamic man-woman electricity, chemistry. Don't you ever hit me again!
Like hell.
I think Diane was ultimately a likable character, and I like her. It wasn't her lack of likability that motivated me to move on.
When we last saw Diane...
Yes.
Where was she heading for?
She was going to finish her novel.
I'll be back here. I will. I'll see you in 6 months. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I was ready to do something else, and not just something else on television or in movies. I was also ready to have a little bit more of a private life. And so Shelley Long became the only original cast member to quit the show.
Have a good life.
How did the team feel when Shelley made the decision to leave after 5 years?
Well, you know, it was an un-team-like thing to do. And so, but, you know, that was her decision, and luckily the, you know, team carried on, and Kirsty came in, and that was just a, you know, a most wonderful choice.
Watch this. I came up with a few new grabbers while I was out at sea.
I expected to be on the show 1 year. I wanted to prove to people that I could do, you know, something funny, that I could do comedy, because no one thought I could. You know, they thought, and some people still don't. But I wanted to prove that, and I thought, you know, I said to my agent, okay, we'll do Cheers, fine, we'll do TV. Huh, oh God, so far above that. I'll do it 1 year, and everyone will see that I can do some comedy, and then we're out of there. And it was too good. It's too fun.
It's the bottom of the ninth. You've got 2 outs, 2 strikes, and no balls.
Did Sam ever fall in love with Rebecca?
No, I think they both wanted to be in love. I think they both wanted to, very much so. I think they were too similar. They were both too similarly neurotic, you know.
So, you want to talk? Is this about getting married tomorrow? You getting cold feet?
Certainly not.
I am perfectly prepared to marry Robin and spend the rest of my life with him. I'm just not particularly looking forward to it.
I think they were great friends. I think they're really, truly good friends and care for each other a lot.
Sam Malone, I want you to get ready for the most exciting night of your life.
Of course, it was never just about men and women or the trials of love and romance. As Les Charles put it, every time the door to Cheers swung open, another story walked in. Into a bar full of friends and lovers and, well, let's face it, losers.
Well, I tell you, is that Cliff Clavin or is that Don Ho, huh?
Cliff is outrageously funny. He's gotten funnier and funnier and closer to the brink of insanity, you know, closer to the brink of a lot of things.
I've never been this upset. Boy, 3 words, fellas. 3 words. Dames is grief. Fighting with Ma, huh? Oh, and how? Seems like that's all we do anymore. You know, you think it'd be a perfect setup? Mother and a grown son living in a 1-bedroom apartment? But no.
I actually failed the audition. It's an oft-told story of mine. And so I was walking out the door, and I said, "Do you have a bar know-it-all?" I knew that for a fact that every bar, at least where I grew up, has one know-it-all.
You know, I happen to be a bit of an expert on tapeworms. All goes back to my 8th grade science fair. You know, everybody else had rabbits and guinea pigs. I had a tapeworm. Really? Yeah, so I couldn't go.
Doesn't that strike you as an unusual omission, looking back on it?
What, that they would
That
forget?
they hadn't thought of the bar know-it-all.
Well, if truth be told, the conceivers probably never spent a lot of time in a bar. And whereas I had.
Afternoon, everybody.
Norm. He's always there for you. He's always there for Sammy. You know, he's always in the middle of a joke or in the middle of something. I can turn and look, and he's there.
Hey, Mr. Peterson, Jack Frost nipping at your nose?
Yeah. Now let's get Joe Beer nipping at my liver, huh?
You know, a lot of people could have done Norm, and you know, all it takes is you know, love of beer and a butt to sit on the stool.
Is it believable that Cliff and Norm Peterson would have felt comfortable, you know, hip to hip or fanny to fanny there on the bar stools forever? Why did they gravitate together?
Well, anybody can gravitate to Norm because he doesn't move. You know, Norm would put up with whoever's there.
A little-known fact, 42% of all deaths in America are caused by accidents in the home.
So are you.
Do you think of Carla as a loser?
In the sense that she's got this home, you know, the Cheers bar is her home, even though her own home is so disrupted and she's had such hard luck in her life. She's a survivor.
What a pathetic display. I'm ashamed God made me a man.
I don't think God's doing a lot of bragging about it either.
If you turned in to see the perfects, you know, the perfects, who would watch that? Who wants to see the perfects? Because our lives aren't perfect, and we don't want to look at someone whose life is perfect.
I am running with scissors!
Fraser is fascinated by the human condition, and he would love to save the world if he could, but he can't. He'd love to save one patient if he could, but odds are he probably never will. So, I mean...
Your background, a prep school, Juilliard, Shakespeare, you are the true thespian.
Yes, that's true. I am, yes. Yes, of course. It was my goal in life, you see.
The thespian who comes for a guest shot on a TV sitcom and doesn't leave.
Yeah, right.
The hyper-intellectual psychiatrist
who found a home in the bar. Yeah,
never
right.
left.
That's true. Yeah.
Gentlemen!
You know, I was listening to a rock and roll station on my way over here. You know, it put me in the mood.
There was a passage in one of those tribal songs that I feel, well, is the keynote for this evening. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
He learns more there probably about life than he does anywhere else. And he also gets a chance to get away from it and become a part of being one of the guys.
Boy, the damnedest thing. I've been shivering all the way over here.
Well, Coach, you don't have a coat on. It's 30 degrees outside.
Oh, thank God. I thought I had malaria.
We lost Coach Nick Colasanto, and the writing was good enough. I think whoever you bring into the bar, if the bar accepts them, the world accepts them.
See, I tend bar back home in Indiana. Well, it's not a bar exactly. It's more like a pigsty with the jukebox. If we had a jukebox.
Cheers is Woody Harrelson's day job, and after a whole day on the set, he was late for the play he wrote, directed, and stars in. So we talked on the way.
I mean, I had a certain niche to fill. It wasn't like I was going to sway all that far from that niche, but I was, you know, in my mind, I always felt like Woody was naive more so than just plain stupid, you know. And, you know, for one thing, it's harder to like someone who's stupid, you know. What's the use? I don't care anymore.
Don't be bitter.
I'm not bitter, Sam. Just consumed by a gnawing hate that's eating away at my gut until I can taste the bile in my mouth. Well, I guess I am a little bitter. Either that or I'm coming down with something. Does anybody have a Tic Tac? But then when a joke was just a dumb joke, you know, being dumb, you know, and it was a really good one, I guess you had to compromise sometimes. I mean, I would say, well, it's too funny to pass up, you know.
Take the 1986 Thanksgiving episode, the cast favorite when the gang lost it waiting for Norm's turkey.
Anybody want some of these lovely yams?
Woody, would you care to test the gravy skin?
Was it well choreographed so you knew who you were throwing at?
We knew who we were starting with. And after that, someone else did something to someone, and someone else did something to someone, and then it was all hell broke loose.
Sam Malone, kiss your butt goodbye.
We've been through so much together. We've, you know, there have been like some little in-house fighting from time to time, you know, little skirmishes of flares of temperament or ego. Or so we've wounded each other and healed and loved and yelled at each other. And we've been through just what a family goes through. And it's the best bunch of people I've ever worked with.
Rhea and I have joked. When I started the show, Rhea and I said to each other, oh, I guess you're my new best friend. And she really is my best friend. And I think that, it makes me sort of sad. But anyway, she's my best friend. That's all. That's all.
You can go on, it's okay.
No.
She gets to be your best friend after.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
I didn't think I was going to start bawling.
We both have our other best friends somewhere else in the world, you know, but we're best friends, and I hope that stays, you know. It's kind of scary to think it won't.
You know what George once said? Predicts 5 years from now, you'll all back together again, a new series.
I'd like that. That'd be a happy ending. That'd be very sweet.
So you don't need to worry about completion or closure or any of those psychological things.
Yeah. See you in 5 years.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
When we come back, the Cheers you never saw.